Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're going to be doing something super exciting today. We're going to be going through every single vinyl record that I own. So I'm going to break this video up a little bit into sections. So I'm going to be doing my least owned artist to my most owned artist, and then I'm going to have some various kind of miscellaneous albums that I have in here. At the end, I'm also going to show some CDs that I have. It's quite a collection. I didn't even know I had this much. First, I'm going to be doing Lana Del Rey. I have loved Lana Del Rey ever since the first time I've heard Summertime Sadness. I have loved Lana Del Rey. So of course, I think probably every single person that owns a vinyl record probably has this record right here. So this is the original Born to Die vinyl. I really want the summer edition. This one's been through some things. It's quite old. I'm pretty sure this was actually from like 2012. It's a beautiful record. I love every single song on there. I listen to it all the time. So that's my first one. Here's the back of it. And my second one I haven't opened yet because I really don't want to open it. So I got this one in Waco at a record store, not like at a Barnes & Noble or anything like that. So I got this in an actual record store, and look. See, it's still in the plastic coating from the store. So this one is The Lust for Life. I also really love this album as well. All of her albums are really good, just to be honest with you. I want to collect more. I thought I had more Lana Del Rey records, but I don't. I would show you the record of this, the actual like vinyl record, but I still don't want to open it. I just want to leave it like this for as long as I possibly can. I guess these records will kind of be like for if there's ever something that happens and we can't use our phones anymore, I'll just have a bunch of records to listen to music. So that was my Lana Del Rey section. Next, we're going to move to Kacey Musgraves. I'm going to go in chronological order of the vinyls that I have and their release dates. This one is Golden Hour. I also feel like every single person who collects, owns whatever vinyls, I feel like everybody has this vinyl right here. This one's also been through a couple of things, as you can tell. Maybe focus. Thank you. Kacey Musgraves always does such a good job on her vinyls. Like, this is insane. Just the imagery is so beautiful. And they get crazier. Here's the record. It comes in a sleeve. It's a clear vinyl. Quite dirty. I have spun this probably more times than I can count. This is an amazing, I think this is a time where a lot of people discovered Kacey Musgraves, which understandable because the album was so good. I mean, like, this album I think was everywhere. She won multiple Grammys one night when this album came out. So my camera's dying. Okay, yet another crisis avoided. Up next is going to be Star-Crossed. Okay, so this album, I don't think it was a huge hit, which makes me sad because it's a really good album. Open it up like this. It's like a storybook or something when you open it up, which is really fitting to the theme because it's actually like a storyline of the events that happened. Here's the back of it. She's in a wedding veil. She looks gorgeous. And then here's what it looks like when you open it up. I'm like peeking over it. Okay. She's crying, but she still looks beautiful. The visuals in this one are insane. And I loved the movie that she made for this one. So here's the vinyl. It's orange. Very interesting. Very beautiful. I really love this album. I feel like she always puts out an album when I have a major life event. So thank you for that, Kacey. Up next for Kacey Musgraves is the Deeper Well album. So this is her newest album, and I was so excited. Look at this. Sorry, the lighting is crazy. See that? She's herding geese. Or ducks. No, she's herding ducks. Sorry. Here is the album sleeve, and I pulled the sleeve out on this one because it smells delicious. And if you got a Deeper Well vinyl album and you opened it up and you were like, I'm smelling something really delicious, what is that? So this is the scent of her candle with Boy Smells, which I think is so genius to put on the sleeve of your vinyl record that you're selling millions of copies of, because then it's gonna make people want to buy the candle. It smells good. Sometimes I just take it out to smell it. So here is this one. So I did go ahead and get this one at Target, I think. Target or Barnes & Noble. So this is just like the standard edition vinyl. And then I also have another one that is beautiful. Hang on, let me get this back in the sleeve real quick. And the deeper well right here at the top is not abbreviated, whatever it's called when it sticks out, because you can feel it. Okay, so here's the other one that I have. This one was an online order that I got directly from her shop. It's exactly the same on the outside and the same picture on the inside. Now I do want to get more variants of this. I will be first in line at the record store, my local record store here. Yeah, it just smells so good. So this one, ooh. So this one is the Cardinal edition, and these are Cardinals right here, which is the first track of this album, which is called Cardinal. This is beautiful to spin. It looks like literal art. Like, this is actually so beautiful. Let me hear it. Let me get it closer so that way you can see all the details. So these are Cardinals, and there's like flowers all around. And something that Casey really loves to do with her vinyl records is do something really cool with them. Like I think it's called an anagram or something like that. If it's not called an anagram, I'll put the word in here somewhere. Basically, while the album is spinning, it looks like it's moving, like the pictures are moving. And she loves to do that, which I really want one of those. That's it for Kacey Musgraves for my vinyl collection. So we've done Lana Del Rey and we did Kacey Musgraves, and now I'm going to move on to Charli XCX. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth real quick. All of the Charli XCX ones are my brother Rody. These are his albums, but I also love Charli XCX, and we kind of just share. I mean, we live together, so we share. My brother had to come out here to tell me that this... So the first one is, it's completely reflective, but it says Pop 2 right here. So this is the anniversary edition release of the Pop 2 album. And then here's the vinyl right here. It's like a beautiful lilac color. Or like it's a very strong neon purple, kind of. I know it looks a little bit more like winey on the camera, but it's a beautiful color. Then it comes with a little pamphlet, which just so happens to be a giant poster, which I'm so surprised this isn't framed and in my brother's room. I'm not going to open the full poster since this is his. A lot of people probably don't get it, but there are a lot of songs on here that I like. This is very like Charli, to have it be fully reflective. See, there I am, and there you are. So that's the first one for Charli XCX. The second one is the self-titled album Charli, and here's the cover of it. This is kind of like a pivotal moment for Charli because she got that fuck ass. And then here, when you open it up, oh, things are coming out. So here's the imagery on the inside. I think this was a custom-made piece. I saw on TikTok somebody designing this for her. So that's really cool that it's not just like artificially put on after the photo shoot. It's actually on her. This one has two vinyls. So here's the side A vinyl. And I think it's really interesting when artists break it up like this because it kind of adds like, I don't know, it's more stuff. You're getting more bang for your value, I guess. So here's side A, black, kind of like just traditional vinyl. Are you gonna talk about the homage? I've been informed that this thank you note in the middle of the second side right here, if it would focus. AJ Cook? No. It says, thank you to everyone who was involved and poured their emotions, hard work, and creativity into this project. I thank you with all my heart. Thank you to everyone who trusts my creative vision and believes in me as an artist. To my longtime collaborators, to my new collaborators, producers, artists, co-writers, mixers, photographers, hair and makeup teams, creative teams, graphic designers. I'm so inspired by you, and I'm so grateful that you chose to step into my world for a second. As always, collaboration is a huge part of what I do. This album would be nothing without the vision of all the other people who helped me make it for real. Special thanks to AJ Cook. Thank you for pausing your life for me and working so insanely hard to create and finish the album with me. Sorry about the cats. Also, a huge thanks to Twiggy, Sam, and Brandon. OMG, I love you all. Thank you to the music industry icon Ed Howard, to Huck, to Atlantic, to Jed, to my mom and dad, because I'm not sure I've ever thanked them before. I'm pretty sure they're probably the only people who actually read this bit. Finally, thank you to the angels. You've got me and I've got you forever. I'd like to dedicate this album to Billy Clayton. Billy, I know for a fact your favorite song would have been the one with Sky. We all miss you. Okay, that's all. Until the next one. Enjoy the album. Play it at all parties and make memories alongside the music. I love you. Bye, Charli. Not just the speakers. It is really nice. Okay, so that is the self-titled Charli album. And then up next we have How I'm Feeling Now. So this one I think is when this was happening during the pandemic. So this is a very personal album. Charli wrote all this on live with her fans, and she was going live a lot because I guess there was really nothing else to do at that time. So she was really connecting with her fans and then inside this album, basically. This one is pretty crazy on the inside. There's a lot of collage work going on, like that. And then here is the back of the album. And here's the front one more time. So she took this picture in her haunted mansion in Los Angeles that she no longer lives in. Here's what it comes in. The sleeve is kind of like a vintage feel sleeve. And then this one's also like a cloudy clear color with some marbling. And it looks like someone wrote on this with a Sharpie, which I'm sure this is her handwriting. Just mass printed onto these vinyls. I mean, I really like how personable this album is, especially to, I feel like when Charli writes an album that she's really passionate about, she doesn't really hold back. And I think that that kind of shows, especially with people who really love her work. That is the How I'm Feeling Now album. Love this one. And up next is Crash. So this is her mainstream pop girly era. Here's the front of it. She is bloody in a bikini and, you know, car. And here's the back of it. It says Crash. And
did you know that that was also taken down the road from her haunted mansion in LA, and one of her best friends, Terry, took that picture?
Just in, this was taken down the road from her haunted mansion in LA by her friend Terry. Let me show you the inside real quick because the imagery is really cool. So there's her butt, and then there she is slaying on the other side in front of cars. So, I mean, this whole thing is just one giant picture. There's no empty spaces on this. I think, to be honest with you, I've never seen this vinyl. This looks like a crime scene. I've never seen this before. I've never actually opened this album before. This looks like a crime scene. So here's the back of it, and then here's the front of it. Here is the vinyl. So another classic black vinyl. Yeah, this one, it's very like late 1980s, early 1990s kind of inspired. I like the music videos, I like the vibe. So this was Charli's mainstream pop album, girly era. I believe that she has love for this album, but obviously it's not her favorite album. I feel like maybe she was trying to push for something that she really isn't. But it was a huge commercial success and really put her name out there for people to fall in love with her. Lastly is her newest release, which is Brat, which I think has blown her out of proportion. This album is so huge. I love every single song on it, although I don't listen to some of them because they're really sad. Okay, so here is, I'm pretty sure the whole world has seen this type of imagery. It's everywhere. It's on billboards, it's on people's stories, it's people have changed their names to it. So this is a very cool album. It's very low key and it makes you feel kind of like you're getting a secret file because it's got this like file paper. I guess you're supposed to open this, but since we're collecting this, we're not going to open it. Here is the inside of it. So it's Charli, baby. She is always beautiful, always stunning. This side has, what is this?
That is the track list.
Okay, so here's the track list on this side. I'm not going to pull it fully out because it's kind of hard to get back in. And then here is the other side. So here is the sleeve, which is very interesting. And then here is the vinyl. So this is like some kind of smeared neon pink splatter, but what's the epoxy or something, like whatever you make vinyls out of. And then here's the back of it. It's a picture of Charli's eye. This vinyl has a hilarious story and my brother is dying for me to tell y'all about it. So we got this album 2 days before it came out. 2 days before it came out because we low-key bribed, you know, a sweet old woman. She gave it to us early because we gave her like $5 extra or something. It was crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure he would have paid $50 extra to have this album. But like, can we please, like, he just saw a very green corner and he was like, is that? And she was like, I'm really not supposed to tell you because it's not coming out until 2 days from now. And he was like, I will literally do anything. Like, I'll sign a check. I will work for free. I'll do anything to have this album. And lo and behold, she was like, you just have to pay me in cash. And this never happened. And now I'm telling everybody. But I won't tell you where we got it or who it came from. So, and what else did you say? So this one is the basic one. I guess this one's like the standard edition one that you can get like at any record store. And then this second one is an online purchase.
So that one, she let she gave early access to anyone who is following 360 Brat.
Oh, okay. So she gave early access to this album release for anyone who's following her like secret account, which is 360 Brat. She kind of took from inspiration from Lana Del Rey on her honeymoon Instagram account and did her thing with it. So here is this record, which it's black, but it's kind of transparent because you can kind of still see me through it. And this one is also a special release because you had to be a part of her 360 Instagram to, I guess, even have a chance to get this. Okay, so that's it for Charli XCX. We've already covered a bunch of albums so far, over 12, I think. So now I'm gonna move on to my randoms before I go to the last artist that I have the most of, and I'm pretty sure y'all can probably already guess who it is. So it is the next day. My camera died and my light died, so I was like, you know what, I had to go to the gym. So I just charged it and it's the next morning, so let's continue on where we left off. But here is the Eternal Sunshine album. Here's the inside. Very beautiful. It's got a very like late 80s, early 90s feel to it, but like a very smooth kind of pop feel. And here's the vinyl. It's an almost sheer deep red color. It's beautiful. I think my favorite song off this album is probably Supernatural, but the one with Troye Sivan. And just to remind y'all, this is the random pile, so they're not going to be the same artist. Okay, up next is Olivia Rodrigo, and this is The Guts. So here's the inside. It's candles that spell out her name. And then here's the back. Here's the vinyl. So it's like a very pretty purple color. And then there's her teeth. And then here's her teeth on the other side too. I don't really like every song on this album, but I do like a lot of the songs. And I was feeling really gutsy the day when I bought it, so. And then up next is the Fleetwood Mac Rumors. I'm pretty sure this is another one of those vinyls that I think everyone who has a vinyl probably has this vinyl. Here's the vinyl. So this one is vintage, so this is kind of just like what all vinyls looked like back then. It doesn't even open up. It's literally just like, this is it. And this is the sleeve, basically. And here's the back of it. And there's them on the back. What a crazy group of kids. Classic. And then up next we have Khalid. He's from El Paso. This is probably, and then here is this. Is this a poster or no? Oh, this is the sleeve and it's just out. Okay. So here is one of the sleeves. And I'm pretty sure this has 2 vinyls in it. Yeah. Oh, here's another one. This is a good picture. This is like a very like 80s record look to me. Like, I feel like this could have came out in the 80s and no one would have not the songs, but just the way that the vinyl actually looks. So this record is amazing. I love every single song on this album. Up next we have another unopened one. It's completely sealed. This is Control from SZA. So this album is a classic. Every single song on this album is a banger. Here's what the front looks like. Here's what the back looks like. It's basically just like a continuation of the photo. So I'm not going to open this one because this one is my brother's, but I do love every single song on this album. And then this one's mine, and it is unopened. And this is the Post Malone Hollywood's Bleeding album. Now this album, so we went to Posty Fest in 2019. I think it was the last Posty Fest he's done in Dallas, and that was an experience in itself. Like, all the other artists that were there, all the talent leading up to Post Malone, it was crazy. I really, really love this album. I'm pretty sure Circles, like, rewired something in my brain. All the songs on this album are really good. But I'm not going to open this one either because now it's sealed. I don't want to open it just yet. Okay, so that's all my random ones. So now we're going to get into the last artist. This artist I have the most of. And if you've guessed it before now, I'm sure, you know, it's probably very obvious. But that's going to be Taylor Swift. Up first, we're going to do the re-record of Speak Now album. I was going to tell you an embarrassing story, but never mind. Here's the front, and then here's the back. It's really cool. And I really love the amount of work that Taylor and her team put into these vinyls because that's amazing. That's like a full picture right there. You could open this up and then hang it up. And then here's what the vinyl looks like. Here's one of the sleeves. And it's a marbled purple vinyl. Isn't that beautiful? And there she is right there. And then there she is right there. It does come with 2 vinyls. Up next we have Red, the re-record of Red. Would kill for the original one. But here's the front and here's the back. There's 4 vinyls in here. Here's an original tour picture on the inside, and here's one on the back. So I really think it's cool that she incorporated both of those things. New picture and then also some of the ones from the original tour. So here's what the sleeves look like, and there's 4 of these. And then the record is just a plain black record, vintage looking. And then there's the picture on the front. And then there's the picture on the back. And I think, you know, I think she had to go through what she had to go through to get to where she is now. But this album, I think a lot of people are realizing now that it's probably, like, dare I say, one of her best albums. Up next is another re-record. This is 1989 Taylor's version, and I have 3 copies of this. Really, you know, I was 14 when the first one came out, and I wasn't really like... I mean, I loved Taylor Swift for a long time, like ever since I was little. But I wasn't like buying merch. I wasn't like keeping up with her Instagram and things like that. I was busy worrying about hating my life in football practice. Here's what this one looks like. And then here's what the back looks like. I think Now That We Don't Talk is probably one of my favorite vault tracks ever. And then, oh my gosh, look how beautiful she is. I wish I could take pictures like that. So here's the sleeve. And then here is the disc. It's like a beautiful, beautiful baby blue, like almost like on camera it's showing up just a little bit darker than it is in real life. It's a very light, solid blue color. Here are the pictures on the inside. Just a bunch of like Polaroid style pictures of her. And then these other 2 are unopened, and I'm probably gonna leave them that way just because that is just how I want. So this one is exactly the same as the first one I just showed you. It's actually supposed to be a gift to someone. I'll just have 2, one that's sealed and one that's opened. And then this one is the Aquamarine Green edition. So I got these all off of the website. As you can see, the pictures are different for each album. So up first we have, oh, you know what, I'll do this part in order, actually. Up first we have Folklore, revolutionary album. Every song on this is a banger, and every song will make you cry. Beautiful poetry in this one. You know, I just love this picture. And then here's the other side. What's really cool is it looks like this looks like just a continuous picture, so it looks like there's 2 of her. And then here's the back of it. And so this vinyl is actually a very beautiful color. Here's the sleeve, and here's this side. This is like a very dark foresty green. And then here is the actual vinyl. It's like a very deep sandy tan color. So it would be hard for me to pick a song on Folklore because I do really love all of them. But one that I play a lot is probably Seven. Seven in August, I play those songs a lot. Up next we have the sister album Evermore. So here's the iconic picture of her turned around, like away from the camera. And then here's the back of it. These were both pandemic albums, and she was pumping these out very quickly next to each other. Normally she waits 2 years in between albums, but she was just letting these ones fly, Miss Everdeen. Here's what the vinyl looks like. Here's the vinyl cover. It's like a very deep maroon color, this right here. And then this is a very bright fuchsia. It's showing up like a reddish color on camera, but it's like not entirely red. So for Evermore, I'm probably gonna have to choose Cowboy Like Me. And then up next we have Midnights. So Midnights was kind of like Taylor's bounce back into pop, out of the folk era and into pop. Very like late 70s kind of vibes, you know, with the wood grain. And then on the back of it, this is something that is really cool. I need to collect all the rest of these, but it makes a clock. The whole, like if you collect all 4 of them, it makes a clock. And the vinyls on these are very beautiful because they're all marbled. And here's the inside of it. Sorry about the light. I'm just trying to make sure that there's no glare so you can see it. The sleeve. The imagery on this is so beautiful. Like, I really love the vibe of this. So here's this one. It's orange with a brown and reddish marbling. I thought that the Midnight's era, I think we probably moved on from that too quickly. It's funny because in the moment you don't realize how cool something is, but then once it passes it, you're like, oh shoot, that's kind of really cool. And then now we have the Tortured Poets Department. Tortured Poets Department, I still can't say it. This is her latest release. This album is actually a book, which is so cool. So here's the inside of it. And you flip through this right here. And it's got pictures, and then it's also got the lyrics on here. So this is probably one of the coolest vinyls that I own because just of the packaging. Here is the end of the book. All's fair in love and poetry. Okay, so the vinyls are, is this the clear one? I can't remember. Here's the sleeve. There's writing just everywhere. And it looks like it's a file. Like, it looks like a file folder. And look, there's a little cat print right there. Isn't that hilarious? She's so funny. Okay, yeah, this one is the Phantom Clear version. It's literally completely clear, like, you can see through it. I really, really like this album. It was kind of a lot for me to process at first, but now that I've had some time to listen to it and think about it, I really, really like it, and I can really appreciate it. Now, the songs on here, different from Folklore and Evermore, because Folklore and Evermore are kind of like storytelling, and they're not about her life. Quotation marks. And this one is just straight up about her life. So that was a hard hitter because like when it's about someone that's like fake or whatever, it's like easier to swallow. But when it's about someone that you like and care about and stuff, it's kind of like a harder pill to swallow. So I forgot Lover. I don't know why I concluded it with this other stuff over here, but Lover is her first album release from letting go of Big Machine. So Lover is, I think it was a sleeper album because a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people really liked it when it came out, but now that it's had some time to stew, like 5 years, I think a lot of people really, really like it now. So here is the sleeve. It's like just a solid Barbie pink color. It's actually really beautiful. I think me being the first single release and that being the video that kind of like had the Easter eggs in it, I think that probably worried some people because, you know, it's a good song, but is it something that you really kind of expect from Taylor Swift? No, which is a good thing, and also it could be a bad thing. Up next, and I'm saving the best one for last. Up next is the original 1989 vinyl. So here's the inside. And then here's the back. Let's see what the vinyl looks like. Here is the vinyl. It's just a plain black vintage vinyl, kind of like what they would have back then in the 80s. So I think 1989 was kind of like a real turning point for me because, you know what's funny? There was a game that you could get on your iPad, and it was by American Express. And you could walk through the mansion with Taylor Swift, and I can't remember his name, the actor, and basically like find clues and hidden things in the music video. And I was so obsessed with that game. I was like, Mom, can we please go to New York and go visit this mansion where they filmed the music video? And so she said yes. And then 2 days before we got there, I mean, like, we haven't even gotten on the flight yet. 2 days before we got there, the house burned down. The music video house, it burned down to the ground. So I was completely devastated that we didn't get to go see it, but we did get to go see some other really cool properties and like tour some houses and stuff, so that was really cool. Yeah, I was so obsessed with the Blank Space music video that I literally asked my mom, I was like, can we go to New York and can we go experience this in real life? This one is the last one, and this one is the picture vinyl because if you try to find the original Reputation one, it really will be like upwards of $2,000 on eBay. So here's the front, which is the original cover, and then here's the back. I really, really love this picture. And then here is the inside. The Reputation era, I don't know, it will always hold a special place in my heart. So here is the picture vinyl. They both look like this. There's two of them. They both look like this on the front and the back. If I had to pick my favorite Reputation song, it would most definitely have to be Dancing with Our Hands Tied. And I am so excited for Taylor's version whenever she decides to release it, because now that I'm no longer 17, I'm actually like a sentient human being with a full frontal lobe. I have my own like paycheck and stuff like that. I can really be present in this era, like when she redoes Reputation. So I'm really excited for that. And the vault songs I fear might probably be the best songs we've ever heard. Okay, so I did say at the beginning that I have a bunch of CDs to go through. I mean, I don't have a bunch. They're basically the same, just CD versions, so I'll just go through these really quickly. Here's Casey Musgrave. So from her Deeper Well one, I have the booklet, or I don't know what this is called. I forget what they call this thing. It's a really weird name. So it's a booklet with a bunch of pictures and the song lyrics, and then like explanations of the song and stuff, and then it comes with a CD as well. Here is the Deeper Well CD. Very beautiful, very cutesy. Here is the Starcross CD. As you can tell, it's very scratched, very used. I used to have a CD player in my car when already put another CD in here. That's great. Here's what the inside looks like. I really feel like we moved on from the Star-Crossed era too quickly, and she did not get enough recognition for that, because it is a really amazing album, and the movie that she made with it is so good. It gives me chills every single time I watch it. And then here's the Golden Hour CD. It looks like the front, but it looks like the back, but it's actually the front. Golden Hour is, I think she deserved every reward she got for that one. Okay, so up next is Taylor Swift. So I have two 1989 CDs. So with each CD case that you get different colors in different variants of Polaroids that she took at the time during the original era, and I think they were never before seen. So those are hanging up in my bathroom. And then here is the Midnight CD. A lot of these CDs have been through a lot of things, like this one broke. And the last one is the Tortured Poets Department CD. This one is the Black Dog, as you can see on the back. And I have never played this CD. It's a cute little poster that it comes with. That's cute. I'm gonna have to put that in my bathroom. Well, that's all of my vinyl records that I have for now. I really like collecting these records, and I really like spinning them. I don't know, something about spinning a record is like classy. That's all the records that I have for now, and I'm hoping to kind of like branch out and get more from more artists. Maybe one day, if I'm ever rich and famous, I will be able to afford an original Reputation vinyl. Maybe one day. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed coming along with me on my crazy collection. I mean, it's not that crazy, it's just there's a lot. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment, subscribe, and you guys have a great day or night wherever you are. Bye.